I'm in business communication class C716 with WGU, and I'm going to be presenting how to create a business report. The first step to creating a business report is planning the report. This is the most important step. You're going to be deciding, the layout of the report, what information is going to be in the report, all of this while considering who your audience is going to be. Who your audience is going to be is going to determine how you lay out the report, what information you put in there to make sure that it's all applicable to the audience that you'll be presenting the report to the audience that you'll be reading it, that will be reading the report. That's all important to make sure that it's well received. Make sure that it's organized, and so the audience knows what they're reading, and they know what the value is to them. The second step in creating a business report is to then, once you've done the planning, draft the report. Once you know what information you're going to have in there, how you want to organize it, who the audience is, you want to just get to work. Organize the information, put the information down, make sure the information is well communicated. The report at this point in this step doesn't need to be perfect. Just make sure you get the information that needs to be included, and make sure that your writing style is effective and your report is communicated well. Step 3, I kind of led into this. You want to make sure you develop an effective writing style. Developing an effective writing style is crucial to make sure your report is read and easily understood by your audience. Make sure you're using the appropriate language, professional language, presenting it professionally. You're writing effective sentences, developing, logical paragraphs, and creating the appropriate tone. This all ensures your audience absorbs the information and sees the value to them. People often underestimate the importance of word choice and the effect it has on audience engagement and the presenter's credibility. So you want to make sure you have this down and that it applies to your audience. Next step 4 is documenting sources. The sources, the information that you're presenting, document those sources. So, it makes it so you will not be accused of plagiarism. You're giving credit to where it is due. But also it helps the audience, if they want to look further into some of the information you're presenting, it helps direct the audience to the source of information from where you got it. And that way, they can look there if they have questions or want more clarity. It just helps make sure all the information is laid out and easily accessible. And like I said before, the appropriate sources are given credit. Step 5 is refining your draft. So this is where you are, completing your draft, kind of getting it ready, polishing it up, readying the final product. This is, arguably one of, if not the most important step in the process, because this is what your audience is actually going to see. It's what they'll actually be reading and what they'll actually be seeing and digesting. So you want to make sure you read through the report, make sure there's obviously no errors, find any mistakes, imperfections, correct those, read through it yourself. Also, I would certainly suggest having a third party read through it, get their opinion. And that way, you've got a couple of sets of eyes on it, should catch any mistakes or imperfections, and, kind of get their point of view on the tone and personality of the report, and make sure that it's going to match the audience that you're presenting the information to. And that's, that's the business report. And then one last point is just the role of social media with businesses, and how businesses can use social media to disseminate information, that is in business reports. Social media has become one of, if not the best source for a business to interact with customers and distribute information about their business developments with products, services. It's the easiest way to just get right out in front of your consumers, and millions of them at a time. Um, it also, social media is huge, where the consumers, if your business, your product is if they enjoy it and they really like the product or the service, they're going to share that. They're going to, word of mouth, they're going to share it with their networks, and they're going to, give the business attention and credit. And it's going to drive more people to there. So it's just, social media is a huge when it comes to being a tool for businesses to distribute information about their products, because you can access such a huge audience so easily, and really very cheap as well. Thank you, and I hope you guys all have a great rest of the day. Thanks for sitting through my presentation.